Partnered by Times Influence.
Good evening, I'm Juhi Rajput and you're watching Emerging SME, our special initiative which celebrates the undiminished spirit of entrepreneurs of small and medium enterprises which have carved a niche for themselves. In today's show, we'll first talk about DTL Ancillaries Limited, a renowned firm engaged in manufacturing, trading and supplying railway coach and load bodies such as railway wagon and stacked container. Mr. Vijay Mohan and his son Siddharth Jain started DTL in 1996 as a small unit in Pune. From a humble beginning, DTL has now become a leading company engaged in manufacturing CRF components. Take a look at this report. DTL Ancillaries was started in 1996 as a small unit in Pune, and now it has emerged as a renowned firm engaged in manufacturing, trading and supplying railway coach and load body. As innovation is the key for success, developing new products is DTI's passion and forte.
In 1996, me and my son started this unit in Pune in a very humble way. We could hardly get enough loan from the bank also to start the unit. But having done that, in about 2 years' time, I could realize that this single customer business will not run for very long. So we thought of diversifying into some activity. The most natural way to diversify was to go in for backward integration. That was cold roll forming, and gradually it took me 2 to 3 years to come to some level of understanding of the technology. Thereafter, we started making our own panels for our captive use in the product that we used to make for Tata Motors. After having succeeded there, then we went on further to take on more challenges.
Later, DTL ventured into railway sector, making coach component manufacturing. Initially, ICF gave some work which was delivered in specific time frame, meeting the quality standards that later helped to build their credentials.
In 2, 3, 4 years, we developed almost all components for the coach, which were made by roll forming. It was in stainless steel also, in cotton steel also, high strength steel also. Successfully made all the components.
The next sector DTL ventured was railway wagon industry. DTL was successful in supplying all the orders on time, meeting the quality of international standards due to its better understanding of roll forming technology. DTL was the first company in India to make the rolling mill of their own and supply the components, while others merely focused on the import of rolling mill.
They asked us to make a single piece centrosill, which was being at that time getting fabricated. It is 1 ton per component made of stainless steel. So that was a challenge which was given to us, and we successfully did it in 18 months from design to installation and first piece trial. And fortunately it came out first attempt okay.
Cold roll forming as a process is a little lesser known technology in the country, and we are very happy and proud to have been able to assimilate that technology in our company. There is a software that we use for the tool designing, which is the heart of the business, and our ability to design these rolls and also to manufacture them in-house is what gives us the cutting edge over all our competitors.
DTL has world-class state-of-art manufacturing facilities at 5 different locations in India. These facilities mainly caters to railway coach, railway wagon, the metro-related products and automotive segments.
We have facilities like laser cutting, laser welding, manual TIG welding, spot welding, which are also a CNC process. We do use all these processes to assemble the side walls and the roofs that go in to make the shell of a passenger coach. Smaller assemblies like the end walls and also the chassis of the coach, which is called an underframe, is also manufactured by us. As far as quality processes are concerned, we are the ISO 9001-2015 certified company, and also we have been certified for IS 3234, which is a welding related standard followed by all the European companies. Very recently we also acquired the EN 15085 certification, which is a railway specific international standard for all the fabricated assemblies. We're also in the process of getting certification for IRIS, which is the Global Railway International Standard for all the companies which are related for anything to do with the railway segment.
The other challenging area where DTL ventured next was metro rail. BEML, the largest rail coach manufacturer in India, trusted DTL's capability and offered them some challenging work. DTL managed to bring Lawrence once again by completing the given task in a specific time period without compromising the quality and standards.
We got registration done in DMRC also as a sub-vendor to BEML for the cold roll forms, and we successfully delivered all the components that were required within time. And then came the next project, then Jaipur Metro, then Bangalore Metro, then Calcutta Metro. Braithwaite is an iconic company who made Howrah Bridge in Calcutta about 150 years ago. And they gave us a subcontract to make 600 wagons in their own works, for which we were already supplying cold roll forms.
Other big opportunities in metro rail also came through Rotem Hyundai and Bombardier. Recently, DTL has been shortlisted by Modern Coach Factory Rai Bareilly for supplying world-class interiors in railway coaches through a consortium formed with its joint venture partner SMPC France. Design submitted by DTL has been approved, and now they are in the process of making the prototype.
So out of about 30-40 people who initially joined the expression of interest meeting, only 4 are left who have been asked to make a prototype. So it's a world-class interior. The basic fire safety standards, we call it FST, fire, smoke and toxicity. Standards are not met to internationally accepted levels in India so far. The work is on the prototype. Once the evaluation is completed, then the tendering process will begin. We hope to get at least the first tender would be about 1,000 coaches, which may be the order of about 1,500 crores.
DTL has also joined hands with many overseas giants to venture into new areas to facilitate infrastructure creation in railway sector.
We have signed a NDC, non-inclusive agreement with Fevely of France again to get into collaboration with them to jointly develop vacuum toilets like being used in aeroplanes.
DTL has been awarded a project for retrofitment of CBC couplers, an initiative taken by Ministry of Railways to increase the safety of the coaches.
We have bagged an order for 200 coaches retrofitment, and which we are doing in workshop at Bhavnagar.
In the last few years, the financial result of DTL has been quite satisfying. In the current financial year 2018-19, DTL is expected to touch the turnover of 325 crores. In the next 4 to 5 years, the company is expecting the revenue turnover in the range of 1,100 crores. It's time to take a short break. Keep watching Emerging SME. Welcome back. Advik High-Tech is one of India's leading global automotive components manufacturers. Advik was founded by the young entrepreneur Aditya Bhartia in the year 2000. For the last 18 years, Advik has been catering to the needs of a number of domestic and overseas customers in the two-wheeler, stationary engine and transmission system segment. Take a look at this report. After his graduation in commerce, Aditya Bhartia started Advik High-Tech. The vision was to identify business opportunity in two-wheeler segment. During the year 2000, government shifted its focus to four-stroke engines from two-stroke due to environmental norms. Aditya saw this as a huge business opportunity and started manufacturing four-stroke engines exclusive parts. Today, Advik has established itself as a preferred supplier for two-wheeler components in the automotive industry worldwide.
Good evening, Aditya, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to have you over. Thanks for coming.
First of all, I would like to ask you, Advik is one of India's leading and global automotive components manufacturer. Please tell us how Edwick was formed and its journey so far.
Actually, Advic was formed in the year 1999 and we got into serial production in the year 2000. At that time, many of you may recollect, there was a Government of India mandate that all two-stroke two-wheelers must go to four-stroke engine technology for the internal combustion engine. So at that point, there was an opportunity which did not have too many four-stroke component manufacturers in India, not too many incumbent players. So we saw that as a window of opportunity and we started Advic. And that has been kind of our DNA since then. We always recognize what the government's mandate is for technology going forward, emission norms, etc. And we get ready for products much before it becomes obvious to others.
In short span of 18 years, today Edwic is the world leader in automotive product categories. What has been your success mantra and business philosophy?
So, our business philosophy has been a little, we have a two-pronged strategy to our business. It's part of our mission. We call it the offense and defense. Like, when you go play cricket, every ball you can't hit a sixer, but you can't defend every ball either. You have to score and defend your wicket as well. So that way in our business, we have a two-pronged philosophy, which is called we call it the offense and the defense. The offense is all about, going and capturing new markets, capturing new customers, new geographies, selling new products to the existing customers and expanding the entire market space that we operate in and expanding our addressable market in a way. And our defense is all about continuous improvement of our processes, of our management style, whatever. We keep doing the PDCA, which is a Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle, and wherever we keep learning, we keep improving ourselves and we keep improving our quality levels, our operational excellence level. Our TPM is ingrained in our blood, and that's been one of our great operative mantras.
What challenges and struggle you faced in the initial days?
It's been a long while, but yes. So, when we were a much younger company, like I mentioned, we started with an investment of 59 lakh rupees. And at that point, every rupee of capital investment was the dearest thing that we had. To buy any new asset, we had to buy, to take a new bank loan or to have a new capex to increase any capacity that a customer wanted. It was a tall task, and we would think over it, we would plan it, replan it, and see the most frugal way we could do it. So that was, I would think, definitely one of our largest challenges, because business is all about capital allocation. You can't overcommit capital to a business which is going to flourish after a long time. You have to have, horses for courses. So you have to have the exact what you really need at that point. Today we can afford to be a little more lavish and plan for 5 years and 10 years. In the beginning, it was all about this week and this month and this year, and just keep a vision of the next year. Next year was peripheral vision. Today we talk about 10 years is peripheral vision and 5 years is peripheral vision. In the beginning, it was all about this year and maximum next year in peripheral vision. So that, I think, was one of the largest challenges. Second large challenge that we faced was getting good skilled people. Attracting the right talent and retaining the right talent was also a challenge. So what we tried to overcome them was, our USP was pure passionate play in the company, and people who were very passionate about the business, who were very passionate about excellence in manufacturing, and who could align with the thoughts that we had, that we want to become a global leader. Today we are not, but we have the passion that we will go and do it, and we will work and go outside our boundaries. We did not create departments with boundaries that your task is this and you hand over this to this and the next person takes over like a relay. We had kind of more of all-rounders in the company in the beginning. So that's horses for courses again at that time. Today we have specializations, etc. So I think it's an evolving curve, and as businesses grow, you have to keep moving, you have to keep improving and keep changing your game.
Edwic High Tech has been catering to the needs of domestic and overseas customers. What are your major products offering?
We manufacture oil pumps, we manufacture timing chain tensioners, combi brake systems, and secondary air injection valves, purge valves, and now we've developed the throttle body and also as well the four-wheeler oil pumps. These are our primary product offerings that we have. We're a very focused company. We don't try and do too many product verticals. We believe in less is more. Do a few things but master them that you are known for it, rather than doing a lot of products and being known for nothing. So our idea has always been that if you really want to excel in something, you cannot have too broad a plate, and you have to make a difference in the world, be deep rather than wide.
I would also like to talk to you about your world-class, state-of-the-art manufacturing facility and operation excellence.
Sure. So, I think what we do as a company is we always try to be a couple of steps ahead of what is really needed. When we buy equipment, for example, we buy the best in class. We do not believe in compromising on capital equipment. Our machining centers, our assembly lines, you can see there, when customers come and they see us, or they see the facilities and they see the equipment available, they're quite surprised at all times, and they say, your equipment is OEM, what OEMs have inside their factories. What we do not, because we believe capital investment is a one-time agenda, and what you get out of it is daily. So you compromise on capital equipment or the infrastructure, and you'll end up suffering every day. And when we look at our plants and our land and building and the overall infrastructure, we believe we pay a lot of emphasis on our employees. They're going to walk in our plant every day and they're going to walk out every day. If they have a sense of pride and they feel happy coming in, obviously they're going to be more productive. They're going to, and that to make a plant look very nice and energetic versus making it look like a rundown drab, it doesn't cost so much more. It's about putting in that thought process, putting in that little bit more care, and actually saying and doing what you say. Like we say that we care about our employees, so we make our plants also in such a way that we care about our employees. They have pride in it. Their toilets, their working desks, their spaces are better than and cleaner and more efficient than what they have at home as well. So that's how we believe that we give them the best and they give us the best.
Welcome back. Today we're talking about Advik High-Tech, one of India's leading global automotive components manufacturers.
You set up Advik Foundation in 2010 to give back to the society that we live in. Please tell us about the major activity carried out under your NGO arm.
So now you've come to a question which is I'm more passionate about than my business. If it's one thing, it's about my philanthropy and the CSR that we run. So I come from a family where CSR and giving back to society has been our value system right from my great-grandfather. So we are involved with CSR in a number of ways. One of them is, wherever we have plants and factories, we always work with the schools around that area to work with the curriculum, with the infrastructure of the schools for the kids in that area. That's one part of our activity. The second part of our activity is we have a hospital back in Rajasthan which was set up by my great-grandfather. And that time there was no hospitals in rural Rajasthan. And this is a 130-bed hospital set up in 1923. Now what I'm trying to do is, now there are government hospitals and everything over there. I'm trying to take it to, we run the homeopathy center there, and now I'm starting the Ayurveda and the yoga center there. We also work with some of the hospitals in and around Pune for children inoculations, etc., etc. And we also work with children, women, kids, young girls especially, providing them with a bit of scholarship, etc. Because in India, people tend to educate the boy child more than the girl child. And so we're working a little bit in that area. We're trying to do a little bit. And you'll be surprised to know that from Advik, from the first year's profit that we made, I set up a water distribution system for a rural village in Rajasthan. And that was from our first year's profits that we ever made in 2003.
What have been the major milestones achieved by the Advik High-Tech? And also tell us about the awards and recognition received.
So, I think the largest award that we've got from is that our customers keep coming back and giving us more orders. I think that's the biggest award anyone can ever get. You'll be surprised to know that over the years, every consecutive model of our customers, our business is only expanded. Our share of wallet is only expanded. We've not lost share of business anywhere. And I think that is the largest award that we could have ever got. Obviously, we've developed, in chain tensioners, we are the largest today. We make 20 million tensioners. Oil pumps, we make about 25 million pumps. Combi brakes, we make about 4 million combi brakes a year. So these do make us the largest in this product categories in the markets we operate. In India, Indonesia, ASEAN region, for all these products in the two-wheeler, we are by far the largest. But I think that is just a number game. The more important part is the customer satisfaction index that we have. That shows in the repeat orders. And as far as recognitions go, I think this itself is the largest recognition. And yes, we have got from Bajaj Auto, we've got the gold quality standard, we've got excellence in TPM. From Honda, we've got Global Supplier Award along with a host of other awards. And from Maruti, we've got the Best Quality Cost and Delivery Supplier Award. So these are some of the few feathers, but we've got a lot of awards, I should say, but I think getting a repeat order from the customer is the best.
Also tell us about your R&D facilities, as auto industry is the biggest spenders on R&D.
That's right. So R&D has been very close to our core right from our inception days, when we could even ill afford spending money on R&D. When we started in 99-2000, we had 12 employees, and at that time we had 3 in R&D. So we've always kept R&D as the spinal cord, our mind. It's our brain of our company in a way, and we've continuously innovated and invested a lot in R&D. We spend close to 3.5% to 4% of our revenue on R&D. We have 2 Government of India recognized R&D facilities. This facility that we are sitting in right now, we inaugurated in November 2018, and we spent close to 25 crore rupees on this new R&D sprawling campus. This is with a vision of the future of where Advik wants to go and what is our vision for the company as a future. So the R&D is actually your eyes to the world. We've developed, for example, for BS4, we developed the secondary air injection valves, we developed the purge valves, mechanical purge valves entirely with our own R&D efforts. And now when we talk of Euro 6 coming in BS6 from next year, we've developed the throttle body and we developed the solenoid purge valve completely with our own know-how. We also worked extensively on the four-wheeler oil pump side, and we've developed a lot of oil pumps for that as well. So it is something which is very core to us. It's like I said, it's our eyes and brains to the world.
Most of your clients are original automotive equipment manufacturers. Please tell us about your major clients in India and in overseas region.
So, when we started our business in the year 2000, we started with Bajaj Auto as our primary first customer. Then we started business with Honda in 2003-04, and we've had a glorious relationship with both these customers. Along the way, we've added Suzuki, Yamaha, Ducati Superbike, Triumph, TVS, Royal Enfield. So primarily, if today you look at the two-wheeler world, every two-wheeler maker in the world that makes more than 1 million bikes per year, we supply to. So that's our customer base. Then going into the four-wheeler, we started four-wheeler business also recently, and we've added marquee names like Mahindra, Tata into our kitty as well. And we also do export a lot of four-wheeler pumps, and we export close to 1 million pumps a year now.
Moving to the last question, you always quote that human resource development and customer satisfaction will be the key foundation on which Advik will build upon. What is your vision for the future?
We're a reasonably professionally managed but very highly committed to customer satisfaction. Same way for the employees. I think ultimately the product, I can allocate capital. The product, the processes are going to be run by employees. My job as a company owner, so to speak, is to make sure that the alignment is right. All the employees are working towards the same goals, and the goals are clearly stated, and the alignment of energies and power is in the same direction. If you have your 3,000 minds and 6,000 hands focused on customer satisfaction and the growth of the company, how can the company not grow?
Thank you, Aditya, for joining us in the show.
Pleasure to be here.
Advik believes in the Japanese culture of Kaizen, meaning small improvements in all walks of life. Advik promotes an autonomic, frank and hassle-free environment for the employees so that they can work at their optimum capabilities while exploring their talents and pushing themselves further. With this, we come to the end of this episode. I'll be back next week with the success stories of few other SMEs. Till then, goodbye and take care.
Partnered by Times Influence.